Hey guys, Zangetsu here with your weekly dose of GARO with my review of GARO, Chapter of the Black Wolf, Episode 11. Yes. Yes. I'm Beast Wars Megatron now. No, okay, sorry. I won't keep doing that. So this episode, Kaoru wants Koga to come with her on to a game show, one of Japan's many wacky game shows, as she needs a partner, and he refuses, which makes her mopey. And in her mopiness, she comes across a horror that likes to play mind games in order to acquire the souls of humans. However, before he can eat her, Koga arrives on the scene, and the horror decides to play games with Koga in order to get. Sorry, I just woke up. In order to get Kaoru's soul back, and so Koga must fight and use his wits in order to get Kaoru back. So this is actually a really neat episode, mostly because it's not about Koga relying on his brute force to get Kaoru back. It's all about him being clever and using his own strengths to outwit and defeat the horror. There's a fight at the end, of course, but yeah, it's pretty good. This is one of those episodes where I find Kaoru kind of dumb and kind of obnoxious, just because she wants Koga to come with her to a game show, which, could be filmed at night, when Koga's busy. Although I will admit Koga is equally as much of a jerk. Like, he couldn't just explain to her, look, Kaoru, I know you want me to do stuff, but my job is way too important for me to be doing game shows. Even if, like, in the day, his job is supposed to be, he destroys gates so horrors can't get out. But whatever, it's what it is. I do have some, that's one of the few things I have problems with in this episode, is mostly just Kaoru and Koga's interactions, is because Koga's a jerk and Kaoru just doesn't get it. There's a couple other things, but they don't detract from the episode, in my opinion. I will admit, Rei's interaction with Koga in this episode to try and keep him from the horror really is kind of pointless. It's just there to, keep reminding you that Rei's there and there's a mystery with him. Mostly because in the next episode, Rei will not show up. Because the next episode is a really good episode, and it's Koga's backstory. And he plays no part in that. As he shouldn't, because Koga's never met him before. But anyway, getting back to this episode. So, yeah, there's that. I really don't like the design of the horror. I think it's mostly because of the color and the filter they put on him. But he looks really lame and cheesy looking. Like, he looks like something you'd see in Sentai or Kamen Rider. Like, it doesn't look nearly as detailed or, like, scary as any other horror. It looks really cheesy. He looks kind of like, oh, I'm sorry. I should really wait a little bit when I'm woken up, but, like, he looks almost like one of the Joker undeads from Kamen Rider Blade, or, like, one of the yummies that, the Green Greed used to make in Kamen Rider O's. It doesn't look very good, and if you don't understand those references, you should watch Kamen Rider O's or Kamen Rider Blade, both of which are pretty good, Toku series. One of these days I should make a vlog about shows you should get into if you like tokusatsu or want to get into it, but that's a discussion for another time. Anyway, getting back, I really shouldn't do these so early in the morning or else I get rambly. But yeah, I don't like it. And after Koga gets Kaoru's soul back, he has to find her body so he can transfer her body or her soul back into her body. And, like, he can't, and, like, the horror set up one last game where, like, her body's hidden behind a bunch of fakes, and he only has 3 chances to find her, or else her body will be destroyed, and then her soul will be no good. And it seems really weird that he has to find her, like, he has to try to find her, because she still has the ring that Zaruba had. Like I really feel like he should be able to still detect her via the ring, and not this dumb thing where like he finds her because she has this really sad expression on her face, because all the other ones look like they have a sad expression on their face. But whatever, it's what it is. Yeah, there's a lot of cute interactions in this, and I think that kind of saves it. Um, the horror's not bad. Like I said, I like his ability, like that he plays mind games and tricks. Particularly, he likes to play this game where he creates these coins out of the souls he's gathered, and you have to figure out where he's hid the coin. But he always cheats. Like he always says like where it is, and he makes you think it's in his hands, and it's not. It's in his shirt pocket, which I actually like that Koga manages to steal the coin from him while he's like pretending he's shuffling the coin around, and like he's like the guy's like, which hand is it in? I'm snobby, and Koga's like, it's in the left. And the dude's like, and he tries to reach for the coin, and it's not there, and it's in his left hand, which is where Zaruba is. And as he turns his hand around, Zaruba even like looks like, yeah, no, we win, you lost. And then Koga has the coin, and it's such a great way to out trick the trick. I love in fiction when the trickster gets a taste of his own comeuppance. It's always one of my favorite things. That or like when the guy that likes to use fear gets a taste of his own medicine. It's a karmic catharsis, in my opinion, that makes a good villain comeuppance. So yeah, I also really like the horror drags Koga into like a pocket dimension where like he can like a pocket dimension where he can play his own tricks and traps. And while it's again early CGI, I think it actually kind of works here to create this weird, unsettled, like cheap looking animation that like it actually kind of works because it makes it like a strange dimension that Koga has to be in. Yeah, I think it looks really good. So yeah, it's a good episode. It does feel kind of like filler, just because like it's just Koga having to outwit a horror. But like I said, I think it works because it shows that Makai Knights, have to be more than just brute force heroes that just fight to destroy the horror, and go home. Sometimes you have to be a little clever. Sorry. But yeah, it's a good episode. But it really does feel filler because like the next episode is Koga's backstory. I think really the only thing that really is like important is the fact that we get to actually see Koga speak in the Makai language for the first time. When he has to put Kaoru's soul back in her body, he speaks in Makai, which is kind of rare. The horrors often speak in Makai, which gets translated into Japanese and then into English from the subtitles. But here it does not, mostly because it's an incantation to put Kaoru's soul back in her body. That's kind of neat. It probably because it didn't actually have a translation. But yeah, we don't really get a lot of Makai, even though like all of the armors are actually named in Makai. We actually find that out in GARO Red Requiem, the movie that comes out after Chapter of the Black Wolf. Particularly, we learn that GARO has a meaning in the Makai, which I won't say here. I'll talk about that when we get to Red Requiem, because I thought that was kind of a neat little idea. But yeah, it's a decent episode, kind of fillery, but I think it's a good kind of filler just because it lets Koga and Kaoru have these character moments, and it has some good interactions, and I think the horror is clever, and it's got some decent stuff to it. So yeah, that's it for my weekly episode. Come back next week for the next one. So take care.